Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, post the colors. Two. Color guard dismissed. You may be seated.
Scouts, Scouters, and friends of Scouting, I would like to welcome you to the Eagle Court of Honor. The Eagle is the highest recognition that Scouting offers to Scouts. It is earned through the advancement program, and only a small percentage of the Scouts who begin the Scouting receive the honor. Before we begin, Stevie will deliver our invocation.
The Scout is reverent. Lord, we thank you for bringing everyone here today safely to this milestone in Amelia's life. Thank you for the opportunity we've been given to watch her grow and be a part of this event. Amen.
As Amelia began her long and difficult journey in Scouts, let us examine the trail that she took in order to earn the rank of Eagle.
I am the Scout. My badge represents the International Brotherhood of Scouting, which I have joined.
To be a Scout, you must learn the Scout oath, law, motto, and slogan.
I am the Tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 parts of the Scout oath. You find me on the Mariner's Compass, forever pointing the way to the North Star and a safe journey in life. On my face are 2 stars representing truth and knowledge, a shield which is the emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle to guard the freedom of my land.
A tenderfoot acquires some basic skills such as tying certain knots and simple first aid.
I am the second class. The ends of my scroll are turned up in the willing smile of the Scout. On my face is the motto, "Be prepared," and suspended from me is the knot, tied there to remind you of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America, "Do a good turn daily."
As a second class Scout, the skills become harder and the tasks become more difficult as they learn cooking skills and how to find directions.
I am a first-class Scout. I was tenderfoot, and I laid my course by the stars in truth and knowledge, and I girded myself with the righteousness of justice and freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all, and bound myself together with the knot of duty to others.
At first class, the trail now changes as they advance their skills learned earlier. They are now ready to advance to the next stages in their development. As first class Scout, they must complete a service project to the community.
I am a star. Now that I can stand alone, I have earned the right to improve on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies the honoration of endless opportunities.
While a Star Scout, they now have to earn a total of 6 merit badges, of which 4 must be from the required list for Eagle. You must also hold a leadership position within the troop for a period of 4 months. Their community service project shall total 6 hours.
I am the life. I have shown the world that Scouting is in my heart. I have mastered knowledge of subjects that will benefit not only myself, but my country and my fellow men. I am ready to reach for my wings to fly.
While a Life Scout, they now have to earn 5 additional merit badges, of which 3 more are from the required list for Eagle. Their leadership roles shall be for a period of 6 months while a Star Scout. The Eagle Award is a culmination of the efforts of this scout and her leaders. A scout must earn 21 merit badges in various crafts and skills. 11 of these badges are required by the Boy Scouts of America. You girls who sit here with the troop are part of the Eagle Award that Amelia is about to receive. She has helped you learn your scouting skills and has exhibited troop leadership that is necessary to develop to become an Eagle Scout. Hopefully, some of you will follow her example and complete the Eagle rank. Each Eagle candidate must plan and supervise an Eagle service project. This service project demonstrates a Scout's capacity and willingness to exert their leadership ability in activities that are constructive and worthwhile in their community. After a Scout has completed the requirements for the Eagle rank, they must be reviewed by the Eagle Board of Review, made up of members of the Troop Committee and representatives of the Tuscarora Council, representing our district, the Nusiak District. This Board of Review meets to assure that the ideals of scouting and the esteem of the Eagle rank are upheld. The presentation of the Eagle Scout Award is an important and serious matter. For the Eagle candidate, this is the climax of her scouting efforts. The achievement of this award is made possible through the assistance of those the candidate today: her Scoutmaster, troop leaders, fellow Scouts, parents, family, friends, and members of the community. This is an occasion for pride and joy, as well as time for serious reflection. The Eagle is the highest recognition offered in Scouting. It is earned through the Advancement Program. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the embodiment of the Scouting's best efforts and beliefs. Amelia has distinguished herself through continued performance of active service in Scouting. She has trained and practiced in her leadership abilities, and she is marked by the character gained through an understanding of her citizenship and religious beliefs. It's important that each of us understands the meaning of the Eagle Badge.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. She knows that a Scout is trustworthy is the very first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to her, but because of the vital significance of the example she sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on her home, her church, her troop, and her community. May the white of the Eagle Badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to her family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. Her loyalty to her troop and brother Scouts makes her pitch in and carry her share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle Badge always remind and inspire you of your loyalty. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which Eagles measure themselves and others. To a Scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for the right. Trusting in God, with faith in fellow man, she looks forward to each day, seeking her share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle Badge remind you always of courage.
The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful, to remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the Second Class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped her in her climb to the Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when she enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as protector of the weak and helpless. She aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. She upholds the rights of others while defending her own. She will always be prepared to put forth her best. Amelia, you are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest award. However, wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Tuscarora Council and the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I declare this court of honor to be convened. The Scouting movement constitutes one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world today. Many successful, well-known persons are Eagle Scouts. A former president of the United States, a film director whose films have won worldwide acclaim, most of the original astronauts, and several outstanding sports personalities. The Eagle candidate whose efforts culminate this afternoon in the presentation of the Eagle Badge has labored long to enter this brotherhood. She will assume even greater responsibilities to the ideals of honor and service. When she pledges herself on the sacred honor, she will be sealing her loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Honor Guard, please escort before this court of honor Amelia, where she will be prepared to receive the Eagle Scout Award.
All along the trail of achievement, your Scoutmasters have given you advice and encouragement. I call upon your Scoutmaster, Miss Laura Hoffman, to vouch for you tonight. Ma'am, before presenting your Scout the Eagle Award, we would like to have your assurance that Amelia has been faithful in serving her troop and giving leadership to its Scouts, in practicing the principles of the Scout Oath and Law, and in practicing the good turn in her daily life. Based upon these qualifications, Miss Laura Hoffman is your Scout entitled to the honor that the Eagle Badge represents.
Yes.
Eagle candidate Amelia, what promise did you take when you became a Tenderfoot Scout? Is there any reason why you should not renew that promise now?
There's none.
Then I ask you to now give the Scout Oath as you rededicate yourself to its principles.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
You have just recommitted yourself to the principles of the Scout Oath. You now have a new, more intense obligation to your church, community, and your troop. The knowledge that you have gained in all areas of Scouting will better enable you to be prepared for the future and its challenges. The Scout motto of Be Prepared now takes on a special meaning. Eagle candidate Amelia Danielle Broadwell, it is my pleasure to introduce Assistant Scoutmaster Nathan Ziegler to deliver you the Eagle Charge.
Amelia, if you could join me over here. This is for you, not for everybody else. So, hope I don't mess it up. Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in world history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked woman. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your fellow Scouts. I charge you to undertake a solemn dedication, to be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level to service of God and to your fellow man. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to common good. Help to build America's future by continuing to set an example of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God, whatever others may do. You will leave behind a record of which you may be justly proud. I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout brotherhood, holding without reservation and ever before the ideals of honor and service. By repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the same words which close the Declaration of Independence. Will all Eagle Scouts here tonight please stand and renew your Eagle Scout promise along with Amelia as she joins our ranks. Scout sign, repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and my status and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. 2. You may be seated. Amelia, your conduct along this trail has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting. But one more thing is important: your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. The torch you carry is not only yours, but also yours. I now call Ms. Laura Hoffman to present the award.
Before the Eagle Award is bestowed upon you, I'm going to ask the Court of Honor to escort your parents to your side. Having affirmed all readiness for the reception of this award, it is now time to formally present this high badge of accomplishment. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken always remain with you. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helplessness from the mother of an Eagle Scout, which has led us to this afternoon. As a symbol of what her mother has made possible, the court will now ask Amelia to present her mother with a miniature eagle pin. It is also customary that you present your father with an Eagle Scout lapel pin as a sign of gratitude for all the support he has given you over the years.
Hugs would be appropriate.
May I congratulate you again, and may I remind you that Scouting should now become an even greater tie between daughter and parents, binding you even more closely as family. To you, Eagle Scout Amelia, I express confidence that you will honor Scouting with your life and service as today Scouting honors you. That God may bless you and make you a blessing in our prayers. Honor Guard, please escort Amelia's parents to their seats. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Edward Leonard, Chartered Organization Representative for the Scouting Units here at Oakland Presbyterian Church, who will present those with special recognitions for the new Eagle Scout.
As charter organization rep, I've only been doing this position for 9 months, so this is honorably my first Eagle ceremony, and it was a great one to do for Amelia, as I've known her since she was a little girl. I get a unique perspective as being COR, and that is to represent all the scouting programs here at Oakland Presbyterian Church, as well as representing our church. And as I know, our church is very proud of all of our Eagles that we have come through these doors. We're especially proud of Amelia, who has grown up in this church and has been a very big part of this church. And I've watched her grow up since a small child, holding my infant son, who's now 13, up and through youth and just through the scouting program and all the great things that she's done to grow into this young lady. But now I'd like to introduce some special awards for Amelia. First, I would like to call up Ed Williford, who was a former Scoutmaster of Troop 33 and he's now currently the Assistant Scoutmaster of Troop 33.
Yeah, this one's not on the script. Taking a play out of Bo's playbook here. Yeah, exactly. So, Oakland Church was founded in 1858. It took 129 years, and I was the first Eagle Scout member of Oakland Presbyterian Church. It took 166 years, and Amelia is the first female Eagle Scout of Oakland Presbyterian Church as a member. 2012 is the 100th anniversary of the Eagle Scout rank. Tuscarora Council commemorated that with 3 service flaps, and for the non-scouters, a CSP or service flap is the one you see on the left shoulder of a uniform. One was a flap that anyone could purchase. The second one was awarded to each of the individuals who earned their Eagle Scout during that year of 2012, indicated by different colors. The third was a third color that as an Eagle Scout, you were entitled to purchase those service flaps. If you were not an Eagle, you were not allowed to purchase. So I want to present Amelia with a blue bordered service flap that you had to be an Eagle Scout to obtain in recognition of her being the first Eagle Scout of Oakland Presbyterian Church.
Thank you, Ed. Next, I'd like to introduce North Carolina State House Representative Donna White for her award.
He gave me a stool. That must mean I'm short, but don't tell anybody. Welcome to this wonderful, wonderful opportunity to be the inaugural female Eagle Scout. It just makes me have goosebumps. But I need to just say that it doesn't surprise me because you come from a long line of family leaders. Your grandfather, your grandmother, your mother and father, your uncles, and all the folks in your family go back such a long ways in this community and this church. And I just can't tell you how proud I am that you all get to claim the first female Eagle Scout. This is just amazing. I think we need to give this family a great big round of applause. When you decide for your Eagle Scout project that you're going to go to the middle school here in Cleveland and do an attractive courtyard and update that, when you do that, you're not only putting something that's going to be there just for the moment that you're doing this project for your Eagle Scout, but you're doing something that's going to be beautiful. It's going to give access to children and staff, and it will last for a long time. Now, we'll have to make sure that Cleveland keeps that up for you, okay? So thank you for that great idea for a project. And also when you were trying to balance being on the swim team, being on the shoot team, and first priority. And I think that first priority among all the things that you've done is probably one of the best choices that you've made to actually continue to follow in the Lord's footsteps. And now you have gone to pre-nursing at UNC Charlotte. Congratulations. I am a registered nurse and unfortunately have just had to go through the excruciating 2 years of working on keeping that license, but it always makes me very happy to know that that young ladies are following in that footstep of being a registered nurse. So I wish you the very best there, and I just have one ask of you. When you graduate, I would like to sponsor you to be a part of the North Carolina Nurses Association. So, the letter that I wrote you kind of includes all that I've just said, and I do have one more, and the certificate says that as well, so I won't read that again. But I do want to give you a very special gift from the state of North Carolina, Governor Roy Cooper. The state of North Carolina presents the United States flag to Amelia Broadwell. I'll come over there if you need to. And certifies that it was flown over the state capitol building on the 6th day of September 2024. We have to do it a little bit early. But anyway, I did call the governor's office and ask him. You help me out.
Thank you, Ms. White. Next, I'd like to call up Ken Van Valen from the Raleigh chapter of Sons of the American Revolution.
I don't need a stool. Good afternoon. My name is Ken Van Vale, and I'm the Eagle Scout Chairman for the Raleigh chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution and the North Carolina chapter of the General Society of the War of 1812. These organizations honor our patriot ancestors by promoting patriotism, serving our communities, educating and inspiring generations about the founding principles of our country. On behalf of the Raleigh chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution and North Carolina chapter of the General Society of the War of 1812, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate Amelia on advancing to the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. As an Eagle Scout, Amelia represents Scouting's finest traditions of duty to God and country, duty to others, and duty to self. She represents those values that build strong character, strong families, and strong communities. No one reaches the pinnacle of Scouting without great personal sacrifice and without the help of a loving family, devoted Scoutmaster, and committed troop leaders. I congratulate everyone who has helped put Amelia on the path to Eagle Scout. This Eagle Cord of Honor marks not an ending, but a beginning. There is no end to the Eagle Scout trail. Having reached Scouting summit, Amelia's achievement proclaims to a new generation of Scouts that she knows the way to set high standards and how to live by them, the way to build character, train in citizenship, and foster fitness of mind and body. I urge Amelia to dedicate herself to helping others find the way to capture Scouting spirit and the special joys of camping, fellowship, service, and love of country. As descendants of the patriots of the American Revolution, men who served in Continental Congress, signed the Declaration of Independence, wintered at Valley Forge, and fought alongside George Washington in the battles of the American Revolution, the Sons of the American Revolution are proud to recognize and honor the patriotic leadership and service of outstanding Americans, especially among our youth. On behalf of the Raleigh chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, I'm honored to recognize Amelia's good citizenship and outstanding accomplishments with the Sons of the American Revolution Certificate of Recognition and Medal. On a personal note, I want to convey my personal congratulations to Amelia, not as chairman, but as an Eagle Scout of the class of 1990. I understand all too well the highs and lows of the trail to Eagle and the hard work it takes to get to this moment. As an old Eagle, I have a few things I hope you remember from this point forward. The journey you will experience from this point forward is never ending. That the price of attaining greatness comes with awesome responsibility. That responsibility is to pay it forward to other Scouts and to our society at large. To be a leader and an example for others to model and follow. Remember, you are a marked woman. If you remember anything today, remember these three words: duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be. They are your rallying point to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems little cause for faith, to create hope when hope becomes forlorn. Just as your fellow Eagle brothers and sisters before you, you have inherited a debt that is immeasurable and take a lifetime to repay. That debt is the skills and leadership you have learned, honed, and perfected to get to this moment. So I personally charge you, on your honor, you will do your best, because it is your duty to God and country and to obey the Scout law. Congratulations, Amelia. Fly high, sister, and welcome to the Brotherhood.
Thank you, Ken. Last but not least, we'd like to introduce three gentlemen, Bob Long, who's the Eagle Coordinator, Bo Durham and Bill Dunn, who are both past commandants of the Carry On Detachment of the U.S. Marine Corps League.
I don't know where y'all gonna stand next to me.
We all know Bo doesn't need a microphone.
And before, if I can take a point of privilege here, I got a special text from Daniel Roswell, and I know he sent me that text because he probably wanted me to say something. That's right. Okay. So I didn't come here with a speak, but what I do want to share before I give you his spiel and we present this award is that I remember 10 years ago, it was a Sunday, November 23rd, 2014, I stood on this stage. Phil Losky was the scoutmaster, Ed was the assistant scoutmaster. We had Chuck, he was our committee chair. I was assistant scoutmaster. We gave the Eagle Scout charge to Joshua Guthrie. And that was my first Eagle Scout ceremony. And so I had my son on my right side, and he was probably at my hip side at the time. But I'm here today, and I get an opportunity to stand on this stage for the meeting. And personally, I've seen her on the campsite. I've seen her out there taking care of scouting business. I was in her classroom, and they invited me over to speak on their ethics and leadership and everything. She tried to hide under the radar. But I kept telling all her classmates, I know her, and I know her dad. And her middle name is almost spelled like her dad. And there's a reason for that, because his dad was honored perhaps when she was born. And that's how she got that middle name. And so I just want to let you know, so this is not just some ceremony. This is a celebratory time that we get an opportunity to experience a new standard. We have an opportunity to rejoice that she stayed the course. Out of all the friction and everything that goes along on the trail, for some reason, she said, I will be the one. And so for me as a Marine, this Sons of the American Revolutionary talked about the War 1812. For Marines, that's a significant war. Because the only thing the British didn't burn down was the Commandant's house up there at Marine Barracks 8 and 9. It's the oldest post in our corps. And if you go up there, it says established in 1812. Because the British commander said the Marines had given them their best and only fight never. So truly it's an honor for me to be here. He probably wanted me to say all that because I'm family. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Bo. We're also joined by Corpsman Matt Phelps, one of our newest members. Good afternoon. My name is Robert Long. I'm an Eagle Scout and also the father of an Eagle Scout. And the coaxing of the hug comes from his ceremony when I gave him his stuff and we're standing there looking at each other and he said, give me a hug. Oh, yeah. So, and since then it's been spontaneous. So I just had to throw that in there. Amelia, as a scout, you have taken an oath, chosen to follow a set of laws and live by a motto, just as many other young men and women have done before you, not only in scouting, but also in the armed forces that defend our nation and the law enforcement officers and firemen who protect our cities. All of these organizations have something in common. They have dedicated young men and women who want to serve, protect, and make a difference in their communities, the state, and their nation. As you follow your path through life, remember to hold your head high and be proud that you are an Eagle Scout. And I wanted to go off script real quick. Before my son got his Eagle, I was an assistant scoutmaster in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And we had somebody from the district council, some high abadabba, I don't know exactly, but he gave us a spiel on, I think it was Philmont, but at the same time, he went off script and told us about eagles and everything that surrounds that. But what he said that really sank in, and I've tried to repeat it. The number of Fortune 500 companies that are run by former Eagles is impressive. And he told us at that time to make sure that when the young men and women go job searching once they graduate, to ensure that they put "I am an Eagle Scout" at the top of that resume, because it surely can get you a foot in the door. So at this time, it's my pleasure to present the Eagle Scout Good Citizenship Award on behalf of the Johnson County Marine Corps League Carry On Detachment 1236 to Amelia for obtaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
I'm working on my reading skills as Marine Corps League Citizenship Award. It's presented to Amelia D. Broadwell from Boy Scout Troop 333 of Clayton, Johnson County, North Carolina. Sign coming out. Looks like Phil Dunn, Eagle Scout Coordinator Robert E. Long, who has attained the rank of Eagle Scout on this 13th day of October, 2024. 13th day of October, congratulations.
So don't disappear just yet. As the underdressed one.
Yeah, don't take a picture like that.
I know it'll be hard to forget Bull, but it'll hard to forget these snazzy red blazers, but I also want to give you one of our Marine Corps League Challenge. Congratulations.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's all we have for the special awards. The only one we have to talk now is Amelia herself. She can come up here and give us a few words and special recognitions of her own.
Okay, so first I want to start off by thanking everyone for being here. It really means a lot that y'all just took the time out of your afternoon to come and celebrate with me. So I really appreciate it. I've been trying to figure out what to say because I just feel like there's a lot. I've been in scouting since I was in 7th grade, so which is crazy. But basically, I kind of want to just start out by talking about how it all started and everything, just as kind of some motivation for the girls in my troop, because I really appreciate them, and they're just such kind spirits, and I've really enjoyed getting to know them over these years. So one day, I was just in 7th grade, getting home from school, and my dad told me, he was like, "So I want to start a girls' troop at Oakland." I was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "And I want you to help me start it." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, because in middle school, you're just trying to fit in and be like all the other girls, and just me, like, at the time, I was like, scouting, like that's viewed as like weird. But I really I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So we tried it. I didn't really have a choice, but so I went to the first meeting, and I was in my uniform. Me and Dad had gone to the store and gotten me a whole uniform. And I showed up, and there was, I think, 3 other girls there. None of them were wearing a uniform because it was the first meeting, and they hadn't gotten one yet. It was completely fine. But it was so humbling. I was like, this is so awkward, because I just didn't understand the importance of my uniform now. So I'm not even looking at my notes. Okay, so now that I've been in scouting for this long and going through my journey to get my Eagle Scout, I really understand the importance of scouting. I didn't understand how big of a deal it was, and how much you learn, and how much you learn how to be a leader and an amazing communicator, and how much it means to have this honor on you throughout your life. So I learned a lot in these years, and towards the beginning, we would have some fails. We would have some failed meals. We've gotten lost on a trail before and had to walk like a total of, I think, 8 miles because we had to circle back. Yeah. But we always learned from everything, from every trip, every meeting, every second, you always learned something new. And it was just an amazing opportunity and I know, like, I've gained so much knowledge from this that I would not have gained if I did not have the opportunity to be here. I'm so glad I had these thoughts when I started high school and everything, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to do this anymore. And I had leaders and the scouts, and I couldn't leave them. We all needed each other there. And so I didn't quit. And let me tell y'all, it is worth it to keep going and get it done, because in the end, it's so rewarding. Coming here today, I was like, oh, I really don't like all this attention. But it's been so rewarding to be here and get all of this recognition and know what you've done to get here and have all this knowledge to go through your life with. So I would like to thank the girls first for just being so supportive of me in this past year, because I know I've been stressed and I haven't really been completely present at the meetings. And I kind of eagled and left because I got it last second, and now I'm at college. But I'm really excited to see you guys again. I also would like to go ahead and give my mentor pins. I would like to present them to 2 people who have been there for me and been amazing examples for me as I've gone through my journey. I'd like to start with my Eagle mentor, Mr. Nathan. If you'd like to come up here, and I can... Mr. Nathan has gone above and beyond to make sure that I was staying on task. He was an amazing influence on my journey. Not only has he helped me as an Eagle mentor, but he also was one of the leaders who taught me all of the basics from the beginning. He was there from the beginning, and he taught me all these sorts of things about cooking and how to set up my tent and all the basics, because I was a little clueless. But he was really there for me through the first years, and I really appreciate it. Next, I would like to give my last mentor pin to Miss Laura. You can come down. Miss Laura has been there for me in the past few years, and I really don't know what I'd do without her. My senior year, I had her as a teacher, and I had one class last semester, and she was my only class. And she would let me just skip to just be on my, to let me be on top of my Eagle. And let me tell y'all, I would not have gotten away with that if she was not my teacher. So I really, really appreciated that. But I still passed. I graduated. But yeah, so she's been there. She stepped up as our Scoutmaster, and all of us girls have always been very, we've looked up to you for that, because it was a big jump. And I know it was a lot for you. But we don't know what we would have done without you stepping up. And you've been a great mentor for me and teaching me how to be a leader and a lot of communication. She's a great communicator. So yeah, I really appreciate it. She didn't let me skip. I'm just kidding. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for being here, and I think that's it for my speech.
I need the stool, so. I would like to formally state that I did not allow her to skip. She was in class, either working on it was forensics, so I knew she was going to be okay. And she was either working on her Eagle Scout project or first priority. And so I decided that what Eagle would bring her and Jesus was okay. But she did do well in the class, and I did not let her skip. So with that, I congratulate you as an Eagle Scout. The eagle soars high and seeks to rest only upon the lofty peaks. As an Eagle Scout, you must soar high. Your ideals must be lofty. You must strive to attain that which is the highest and noblest in life. I hereby close the Court of Honor and present to you Eagle Scout Amelia Danielle Broadwell.
Color guard attention. Audience, well, you're already standing, okay. Scout salute. Color guard, retire the colors. Two, if everyone will please stay standing while Stevie delivers our closing prayer.
A Scout is reverent. I pray that as we leave the ceremony, you lay your protection with everyone for safe travels home. Please help us remember all you've done for us. Amen.
On behalf of Troop 333, Amelia and her family, we'd like to thank you for attending today. Please join us in the fellowship hall for fellowship and light refreshments. Thank you.
Actually, don't break my
Thank you. I kind of just like, actually I wrote it, but I didn't.
Just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks.